position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Making side adjustments here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back and they get after quarterbacks.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. That is not helpful at all as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And what great field position to start. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
He'll take a shot. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Terrapins.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Quickly complete. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Wildcats need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Working that left side now. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Maryland.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun to give, looking for room. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The quick out. Lowers those pads. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here's the pressure. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On a little time, lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll go back to the air on second down. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
Ooh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Looking to throw again. Shoots it to the left. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 14 to ULM. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. From the gun, the running back has it. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's Washington. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A lot of defenders around on that screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They're either really confident or a little reckless as they go for it on 4th and long from their own 45. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Washington. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go with a direct snap. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Slings it downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The pitch to the left. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Terrapins will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll pull it down. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
The hand to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Washington. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Terrapins will try to pick it up on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Look out, he's got room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, they get the 1st down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a man. Rushes on him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Creates a little space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. The field goal is no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Back to throw, it's Washington. Under fire. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Let's go. Snap it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll try the run. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Caught over the middle, it's White. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Terrapins want to move quickly.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got a lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He wants to change this route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Snagged in the middle, it's Manning. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Terrapins! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here we go. Off play action on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Direct snap. He's going to keep it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Got a man. It's Farrell. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Steps away to find some room. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
And the extra point is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the back. Try to get it to the edge. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the option. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Here comes the option. They'll give it to the back. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Buying some time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He lets one fly deep. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and goal.
Green 25.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Looking to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Trying to barge their way in. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Looking to throw. Lets it fly. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The run to the right. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. And we know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here.